So you fell off the wagon or you fell off the horse and you are struggling to get back on track. Or maybe you feel like the world is falling apart. And how are you supposed to be happy in the process of all of this? Like, you're not allowed to be happy, even though maybe you feel like the world is falling down around you, the world is crashing to the ground. You're allowed to be happy. You're allowed to be happy even though the world around you doesn't feel happy, because you're allowed to be happy. You don't have to punish yourself because people outside of you or situations outside of you, out of your control, say that you can't. Uh, it's hard. How to find your happiness through any difficult time, to the point where it's like, I don't deserve to show up for myself. I need to be in suffering because the world around me is suffering. But misery loves company, and it's so easy to pull down, but we still need to be the light, even if it's just for ourselves, even if it's just for our kids, even if it's just for our partners or our coworkers, because we need to show ourselves, and especially our loved ones, that there's still a reason to get up and out of bed, to do your makeup, to wear clean clothes, to brush your teeth, to read that book that you love. You don't have to walk away from all the things just because maybe you're not happy with the election results, or maybe you are, but that's a whole other story. With that being said, I think what's really important here is for you to understand that despite you thinking the world is falling apart, that does not mean that you need to sacrifice your own joy. If anything, your joy is more important now than it's ever been. And so this is me giving you the validation that you need, giving you the okay to get back on track, because you're allowed to. You're allowed to be happy. And I want you to start by just doing one thing that makes you happy, whether that's finally getting back outside and going for a walk, or watching the new reality show that just makes you escape and have a good time. I think it's time for you to put down the phone. It's literally glued to us 24/7, and do something that just sort of takes you away from everything. And you can have hobbies that are not productive. You can have hobbies that are not productive. See, the problem in this whole system that we're in right now, it's like everything we do, we feel like it has to have some productivity. But maybe that's what's killing you. Because are you moving your body just because it feels good? Or are you moving your body or going to the gym because you feel like, I gotta get skinnier, I gotta lose the weight? Or, yeah. Because here's the thing about life. Too many times we're so concerned with how our life looks and not about how our life feels. But we are living our lives. We are not living it for anybody else. We're living it for us. And so how our life feels is so important. Just because their atrocities are going on around the world or down the street, does that mean you're not allowed to find the joy and the happiness in the moments in your day or in your life? And I'm saying this to the parents, especially. We owe it to our kids. We owe it to our kids to create a happy environment. Maybe you're a teacher, maybe you're a social worker. We owe it to the kids to create some happiness despite things not being the way we want. Maybe you lost someone dear to you. Maybe you're afraid that things are not going to work out because you're struggling to find a job. That does not mean that you have to punish yourself in the process. Or I suffered enough. If I suffer enough, then I deserve happiness. No, you deserve happiness right now. How do you create happiness? By doing things that make you happy. Whether it's going to Starbucks or your local coffee shop and getting that iced coffee, or maybe it's, going for a walk in Target or Walmart, or maybe it's just walking down by the river or playing fetch with your dog. It's filling your life with little things that make you happy. But if scrolling social media is not making you happy, you're allowed to check out. You're allowed to take breaks. Yes, if you want to stay informed with what's going on in the current events in this world, I say great. But maybe only do it 5-10 minutes a day. And then the rest of it, read a book. Go for a walk. I'm really pushing this go for a walk because I think, walking, moving our bodies and excreting those dopamine hormones is really important. It's really important. That's why you see so many gym bros or gym girls so happy, right? And understand that you can't save anyone that doesn't want to be saved. It's hard, but you can only control your own life. You can inspire, you can hold the light, you can empower others and remind them that they're worthy too, but you can't make the decisions for them. And so, yeah, you fell off. You did. Me too. But now it's time for us to take back our joy and take back our happiness because we're allowed to. We're allowed to. And you do that by doing small little things, like I said, small little things that make you happy, and resting when you need to rest, not pushing through. Because sometimes what you really need is just time to recover and heal. And maybe you just need to lay in bed and watch cat videos that make you laugh. Okay? And that's okay too. Healing is messy, it's uncomfortable, and it's exhausting. But it can also be a lot of fun. It can be empowering. It can be exciting. It can be adventurous. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to you picking you. You loving yourself so much that you're not afraid to pick you. So here we go. We're starting to have our boundaries and we're asking ourselves, what are we going to bring with us into the new year? Because it's so soon. It's so soon. So I wrote a list on how we can get back on track. Number 1, acknowledge your feelings. Why are you feeling like this? Why do you feel stuck? Why do you feel like the world is falling apart? And accept it. It's yours. It's probably not going anywhere. But the first step is accepting that this is why you feel this way, this is why you got here, and this is why you're having a hard time getting out. The next one, set realistic goals. Little goals, like, okay, every Sunday is a no social media day. Or every Sunday you do your everything shower. It's a self-care Sunday. Sorry, mom life in the process. But small little goals. Maybe you stop drinking your water. Maybe you stop journaling. So now you're going to make those small commitments to yourself where you're going to wake up every morning and write one line in your journal, whether it's I am grateful for this new day, or today I woke up and I wasn't in the best mood and I'm going to make it better. And drinking 1 glass of water, small steps, small goals, because we need to start tallying up these wins again, because that's going to make you feel good. Next, create a plan. How are you going to stay on track? What are you going to do to set up yourself for success? Maybe you want to eat healthy. What are you going to do to create that? Now, I know a lot of times we can jump in this and we want to put a lot of pressure on ourselves, and we'll scroll through Instagram or TikTok and we find all these meal plan preps or whatever we want to do. Keep it simple. Go get some turkey, make some sandwiches, or cook 1 protein for the week. And then what you can do is just like make your sides as you go, or just promise yourself that, you know what, maybe you've been eating out every single week this night and you're having a hard time getting on track. Just promise to yourself that, you know what, this week I'm going to cook at least twice, just twice. And then identify your priorities. We've talked about whether it's you want to be healthy or you want to get your meditation or whatever you want. What are the top 3 priorities that you want to do to get back on track? Then, like I said, you're going to celebrate all of your little wins, your little successes, and change your environment. And this means a lot of things. If they're not going to water you, don't water them. If your environment is cluttered and it's not conducive to where you're at, do what you can to create a better environment. But be mindful and cautious. Don't get in over your head. If you can only handle picking up all the trash one day and doing the laundry the next day and the dishes the following day, then do that. Next, accountability. Accountability. And that's why we have to have small steps, small goals from the beginning, because this is about accountability in the process as well. But we want to build up those little wins, okay? And then look back at a time where you were successful so that you can remember that you are successful because you've been successful And this is just a speed bump in your journey, and that's okay. Most importantly, move your body, because that's just science. And we want those dopamine hormones to be all through your body. And then moving your body also just sort of releases stagnant energy too. And don't forget to speak out all of your desires to your angels, because they're listening and they love you. And I love you.